Hello fellow Total Warriors, I am Zada and welcome to the third battle from the Shadow Online Gaming's tournament. This time I'm having some fun time with the Wood Elves against Deacon's Bretonnia over here. And honestly I should stop counter-picking myself with these builds. Every match I've went so far into the tournament is like me signing my death with these pickings. Like I choose like bad matchups, like with against Goblin King for example. I went Greenskins against Tomb Kings, yeah, quite bad for me, and I just keep doing that. Anyway, we'll just make do with what we have. So let's take a look at these armies over here. I got two Sisters of the Thorn over here on the left flank. I got one Eternal Guard over here, another one with shields right in the front just to soak up some damage. 4 Eternal Guard in total, 2 with shields, 2 without. In the back I got 2 Dryads, just to... do they cause fear? Yeah, they cause fear. Just to provide me with some nice spiking damage against these lower leadership troops over here. In the back I got 2 units of War Dancers. These guys are excellent, their stats are quite amazing. They're just gonna chop through everything of that line. Like even the foot squires will have a tough time dealing with these. The 2 Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts over here. Honestly I don't like the Way Watchers, I think they are overpowered, and yeah, just I've never bothered with playing with them anytime, like I just don't like them. And in the back 2 War Dancers with Ashray Spears. So for my leadership I got Branch Wraith, and let's see what kind of magic did I bring. The Pendulum, some Miasma just to cut down the speed of any ongoing Grail Knights going after my archers and my backline in general. Earthblood, the Call of the Woods, plus 5 melee attack, which is excellent, increased in power reserves and recharge rate, which is always nice to have. And for my lord I got Glade Lord on a horse over here with Prey of Anathrama and the Eye of Kernos, just to provide with some increased missile damage for my archers, because I'm gonna mainly keeping this guy in my back. I'm not gonna try to just charge in. So for Deacon over here he's got 1, 2 Knights Errant in here in the back, and he's got some 2 Grail Guardians and another Knights Errant hidden inside the woods, and I couldn't see them right from the beginning of the match. So over here in the front line he's got 3 units of Spearmen. In the back he's got 2 Foot Squires along with Grail Relico to buff up his leadership, and 1, 2, 3, 4 archer units all with fire arrows. Yep, I guess he really went in for that, killing the wood elves. Like fire against wood, always a nice picking, I guess. For his leadership he chose the Fey Enchantress with Chalice of Potion, of course, Favor of the Fey, the Arcane Conduit, Regrowth and Earthblood, and also the Mist of the Lady, which is like a Mortis Engine effect. You just keep here fighting, and the whole army nearby, the enemy army, is gonna start taking some damage. So let's hit start and see what is gonna happen. So over here, and right from the beginning, I'm just trying to get my Sisters of the Thorn to get some early shots, but I see that these fire arrows are shooting me back, and honestly any ground archers can easily beat down any mountain just for pure numbers. So I'm just gonna pull these guys back because I don't want them to get damaged, because they're like one of my best units in this matchup. So over here the lines keep on marching. Finally Deacon has unveiled his Grail Knights over here. I see them immediately. I know the fight is gonna go down this way. I'm getting prepared. I'm trying to bait him, like I'm just sending my Sisters of the Thorn right like I'm about to engage, but obviously I won't. I'm just gonna form a defensive line with my spears over here. Over there I get the Prey of Nathrama, but I think I got it wrong. There was like 1, 2 Grail Guardians and 1 Knights Errant. I clicked this one, but the Prey of Nathrama just went to the wrong guy, so I feel so bad about that. But anyway, at least I get some spears over here and some cavalry to pin them down, so I can buy some time for this Eternal Guard to arrive. So over here in the middle line, finally I have caught up. My Eternal Guard is going in, the Dryads are coming in from behind, and the rest of the force is gonna crash over here. He's trying to focus my Dryads at the moment. because that fire damage is gonna be a hell of a lot against them. Over here I see that he's got one knight errant. I'm just gonna try and reposition my spearmen over here along with this one, just to protect my archers. I'm not gonna try to form like a complete geometry noob box. I'm just spreading the spears so I can just get them fast enough wherever I want. Over here one I have managed to cut off his Grail Knights over here from the Knight Errant, and this one going after the wrong way. Over here I can see that he's going after my archers, and that's why I sent the Branch Wraith, because I saw the order going after the archers. So this guy just standing over there, yep, there it is, he's gonna just halt their charge, buying me enough time to bring my spears, and by the time he realizes that, it's gonna be too late. The Sisters of the Thorn over here, they're just I'm just bringing them close in order to drop some Curse of Arna here and stuff like that over here in the front line, just to make sure I win this engagement. The left flank is going quite well for me, because there's like 3 of my units stacked up in here, which is not nice at all, but this right flank is not looking so well. At least I get some War Dancer fighting the spears on the edge of the right flank, and also my, what's that, Eternal Guard is fighting some Knights Errant over here, and the Azrai spears are waiting to be sent somewhere. So over here I managed to cut off this Grail Knights with just some cheap Eternal Guard, and I'm shooting him back with some Sisters of the Thorn. This other one has been pinned down by another War Dancers, and it's gonna be bad for him. This Knight Errant has yet to move. He's gonna be moving anytime soon. Over here, yep, I drop an Earthblood, I think, no, Deacon drops an Earthblood. I drop the Curse of Arna here. Any magic on me? Nope, nothing. On the far right flank I'm winning with the War Dancers over here, pretty much unscathed, like this guy's just doing an excellent job, but this right flank is about to collapse. I managed to see this. I know there's gonna be like a flooding between my lines over here, but honestly I don't care, because I'm just gonna start pulling my guys back, because I'm gonna turn this bad thing that happened over here into an advantage of mine. He's gonna start flooding with his troops over here. That's how I see it's gonna happen, and I'm just gonna send my archers left and right, just trying to pick him apart. Over here my spears are doing an excellent job, just pinning down all of these guys. The Grail, the Knights Errant have been taken down. Another one coming to be crushed. As you can see, what is this? Grail Knights. So one unit of Grail Knights is off the play. The War Dancers and the Eternal Guard, oh my god, the Eternal Guard took a beating, but it managed to bring down the Grail Knights just to like 5% health, which is a good thing. As you see here, he's trying to get a flooding over here, because it's an open line. He can just run amok and just try to get my guys. Oh my god, over here I forgot I got a pendulum, which is reaping through the whole line over here. It actually reached all the way to these spearmen. I also drop another Curse of Arna here, and that's gonna be enough for the whole left flank of his to fall apart. So right now the engagement he won here, it's actually quite tough for him, because he's gonna have to pull his troops here. One troop he's sent over just to chase my guys, which can, as you can see, just easily shoot down without a problem. And now when this was looking bad for me, it's actually good for me, because I can just send my Sisters of the Thorn in here, or even my Spearmen, just get a hold of these archers and just completely tear them down, because these guys' leadership and stats are quite low. They just can't hold against pretty much anything. They're just gonna get dragged down by quite fast. Some Grail Knights coming back from the dead over here, just trying to get a back charge, but honestly these guys can just, they couldn't care any less, because it's like 4 units of mine against like what, 4 Grail Knights. Yep, they're not gonna do much. Another Grail Knight just tried to get my Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts over here. I left them still just to get the charge so I could shoot with the other ones. Some Dryads are coming back, some Spears over there back too. Faye is low on damage, and there's pretty much nothing he can do at the moment. He's trying over here to chase my Sisters of the Thorn. I don't feel bad about engaging, because these are just Knights Errant, but I'm just trying to buy some time in order to bring him closer to my spears and actually get some shots with the other Sisters of the Thorn. He's gonna change targets, because he sees that I'm trying to just tear him apart by just dividing him. So that's why I'm gonna pull back. I see this pocket of archers over here, and I'm just gonna immediately take them down. And I think Army Law forces are gonna start hitting over here, because all that's left is the Grey Reliquary and this Knights Errant over here. And this is how it went down, guys. So let's go over to stats and see what happened, like who got the most kills, who was effective, who wasn't. And yeah, alright, so the Glade Lord did an excellent job, 32 kills, that's not bad at all, and I was actually aiming for Grail Knights and stuff like that throughout the whole game, as much as I could anyways, and that Prayer of Anathema was quite helpful. It would be even better if I didn't targeting to the wrong guy throughout the match. I didn't see where I dropped the second one, because I think I managed to get like 2 Prayer of Anathemas off, but yeah, I just lost caught in the battle in there. The Brand's Wraith, 55 kills, I think most of them were like that pendulum over there I dropped, which is great. I think I get some miasmas onto the Grail Knights as well, just to slow them down, but I didn't think it killed any. 29 and 30 kills for the Eternal God without shields, quite well, I would say. Quite well. They were just there, just providing me with enough resources to counter his cavalry, so they did well. The Dryads, 35 and 28 kills. I think I would expect a little bit more from these guys, but anyways, it's still a nice kill count. 34 and 4 kills for these guys, but these guys were the MVPs. They took down one Eternal Guard on one Grail Knight on their own. That's why their health is so low and only 4 kills, because they just melted the Grail Knight's health quite fast with the help of some Sisters of the Thorn back here. The War Dancers, amazing as always, 88 and 64 kills. This guy got charged by Grail Knight, I think, or a swarm of Knights Errant, that's why his health is so low, but he still got the job done. The Azrai Spears, amazing as well. They were there whenever I needed them, along with the rest of the Spearman forces. And the Glade Guard, I was quite good at this map at keeping them safe, so they got me a lot of valuable kills, like 26 and 47. I was aiming for Grail Knights throughout the whole match, so all of these kills are like Grail Knights, Knights Errant and stuff like that. And my Sisters of the Thorn, 48 and 25 kills, but the Curse of Arna here, and what's the other thing that buffs myself, the 3 spells were like quite excellent, just providing me enough backup for the front line, or even some buff ups for the Spearmen when fighting the Grail Knights. Over here, 87 kills for Fae Enchantress. Oh my god, did they fix the Chalice of Potions? Because I think the kills from Chalice of Potion do not count, and Deacon managed to get 1 or 2 in there. Anyway, so 1 kill for the Spearmen, quite poorly I would say. There was no need for the Spearmen, like Swordsmen at Arms would be a lot better, because honestly the Wood Elves don't have that many lards, I would say. They have lards, but it's not a good idea to bring them against Bretonnia, so he could have gotten away with some swordsmen over here. The Grail Reliquary, always a nice pick, just keeping it in there, just make sure these guys will never surrender. And over here, 95 kills for these Foot Squires and 20 for this one. This one was probably fighting some Eternal Guard along with some Dryads, and this one was probably fighting War Dancers. That's why the kill number is quite towards the opposite direction. But they did well. They're a nice pick. Like 2 of these guys are quite a formidable force. Fire arrows over here, they didn't do much. This guy and this one though, they managed to get a few kills, but I think this thing is like Dryads and stuff like that. And honestly, I don't think like you need so many archers. All you need is like 2 arrows. Make it 3 and just some mounted yeomen in order to harass the backline. Knights Errant, they were a nice pick. I really like the Knights Errant in this matchup, because you need some cheap stuff in order to throw at the Wood Elf backline. But they were caught up into the spears. They still managed to get quite some good kills though. And the Grail Knights, as I said, I specifically targeted them down since the beginning of the match. This was like, I take this one out, is like 3000 gold out of the picture since the start of the match. So that's what I did. I took these ones out, and the rest of the match was just a free ride. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed. Feel free to check Deacon's channel. I'm trying to get I'm trying to get him, if you are like any Third Age fan. I'm trying to get into some Third Age Reforged multiplayer with Deacon, but he's quite busy at the moment, so I think we're just gonna have to postpone that for the moment. But we will get into some Third Age action, both of us doing some stuff together. Also, just make sure you go to Shadow's channel. All of the matches are gonna be hosted there, and it's one hell of a ride, guys. Like, it's like a 40-minute at least every video, with like 3 battles, I think, each one. And yeah, he's just he's going full hard on himself with this. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it, casting so many battles. But anyway, so I really hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like or a comment, and see you next time.